OMG, y'all. Good morning. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. Now, let me get started on the gram this morning. Great morning, y'all. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. Okay, let me get my life in order. Great morning, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's the end of the week and the last day. Not really, that's tomorrow. But we still here for it. Good morning. How are y'all doing this morning? I hope you're having a fantastic start to your morning. Welcome to A Word in the Wilderness, Bible Clarity, Bible Clarity. I hope y'all are doing well and that today is starting off fantastic for you. Um, y'all, OMG, so much just came through before when I was just chopping it up with Patrick Guy before I came in here, y'all. We are leaving Egypt. Let's just talk about that. Good morning, Jarrell. Good morning. We leaving Egypt. We leaving Egypt. We are leaving Egypt. Okay, Egypt is a mindset. That's why I called that this morning. Of course, we're gonna be reading the book of Numbers as well. We got a couple chapters to cover in Numbers, but y'all, Egypt is a mindset. That's what the Lord's been talking to me about over the past couple of days, just like, and even this morning, and I was getting ready to come in here. So we're gonna be talking about Egypt is a mindset. Egypt is a mindset, and then of course we're gonna tap in and get some cards, get a word from Spirit and them. Y'all, that I'm when I tell y'all that yeah, y'all did, y'all showed out yesterday. Y'all did. They keep on giving me the number 1919. Let me tell you that. They keep on giving me 1919. Message. Well, hey, mama. Hey. Y'all look at the SSDM up there in the tree. Y'all so funny. Y'all so funny. Child, they were showing out yesterday. It's something that they've let me know that is coming. You know, they can't tell you everything, but they'll give you bits and pieces of stuff that's getting ready to happen. And you don't know exactly when it's gonna transpire. Come on, 222, but it is. And so they've been letting me know there's something very specific that's going to be happening. Um, how much of it can I talk about? Say don't say it. Don't talk about it. Don't hold on, y'all. Let me put my coffee creamer up. Okay. Well, anyway, yo, Spirit Nims, y'all know we be talking about how Spirit Nim gonna let you know when stuff is coming. And it's like just pay attention, okay? Sometimes all it takes is just for you to pay attention to the signs, if you will. Okay. Pay attention to the signs you're getting. Of course, I'm getting a lot of them myself. So pay attention to the signs, y'all. Pay attention to the signs. Okay. So and it'll be able to tell you, you'll kind of start to understand some things that are getting ready to transpire. So they can't tell you everything, but what the Lord gives them permission to tell you about, they gonna tell you about it. Okay, they gonna tell you about it. They gonna make you get, they gonna give you a little understanding at the right time, because they sure did that. They told me something, um, what that was about a week ago. It may have been a little more than that. Just notice, pay attention to the stuff that is repetitive. Pay attention to the things that you're seeing that keep on showing up. Keep on showing up. Y'all, I didn't, my bad. The Bible, I went, well, we finna use it anyway. My bad, y'all. I didn't even realize the Bible was right there. The things that keep on showing up, even people, right? Pay attention to people who keep showing up, who you keep seeing. Um, and I'll leave that at that. Okay. So just pay attention to the people, the things that the Lord is putting in your awareness, okay, and showing up in your spirituals. It'll be able to tell you a lot. It will help you to anticipate maybe encounters or meetings. Just pay attention. Okay. Pay attention to the signs. We talked about that a lot yesterday. That was yesterday's message. We had a lot of confirmations, a lot of synchronicities that happened yesterday as we were getting the cards. And so that ain't what we talk about today. Today we leave in Egypt. Okay, we leave in Egypt, right? Okay, so we'll talk about that. So just know our focus for the messages are going to be is Egypt is a mindset. Y'all know we're in the book of Numbers. Okay, we're in the book of Numbers. And of course, y'all, when y'all come in, when you come in, like the live, share the love. Whether this is on the replay, whether you in the building live, make sure when you come in, like the live, share the love, and drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. something that you are excited about. Just drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Get in the flow of abundance. What am I grateful for this morning? I'm grateful for new opportunities. I'm grateful for new other community that I'm getting ready to share with y'all. I'm grateful for y'all showing up and supporting me and supporting this vision as it's just in its beginning stages, as the Lord has just given me the wisdom to create and be the person that he is purposing me to be. So I'm grateful for that. I'm so grateful for y'all and your time, effort, and energy for pouring into me as well. So I'm grateful for that, my family, my children. I'm grateful to be a messenger. I'm grateful for every one of you who allows me to speak into your lives and provide positivity and positive energy. I truly enjoy the job that I'm doing and that the Lord has given me to do. And so I'm grateful to be able to get up and do this 6 days a week. And it doesn't feel like work. And I've never had a better job. So thank y'all for allowing me to pour into your mind, body, and spirituals every day. For those of you, whether you come in live, whether you watch it on the replay, I'm so truly grateful. Because you don't have to, right? Everybody can't speak into your spirituals. And so I'm grateful that y'all allow me to do that. So y'all make sure you come in, like the live, share love, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for when you come in the door. Okay, y'all, we are on the book of Numbers this morning. OMG, it's Friday. We on the book of Numbers. We're going to talk about the rest of the community when we get ready to, before we get ready to do the message. Okay, so just know we got some great and amazing things that are coming. Let me just say that. But we're going to hop into the word. A lot of what the Lord has been talking to me about is based on where we are currently, right? We're in the book of Numbers. Today we are on Numbers. What are we on? 8, 9, and 10? Yeah, because we're on 9 and 10. So yesterday, Lord, I'm going to have to put my reading glasses on. Y'all know I can't see. Wait a minute. There was something on there, wasn't it? Hold on, y'all. Where my little glasses thing at? Look, these little reading glasses, baby, these little cloths don't work on there, okay? Great morning, Jamila. Great morning. Jamila says, hold on, y'all know I'll be trying to put y'all on the screen. Great morning, great morning. I am grateful for our mom and our relationship. It's always been me and her. It's always been me and her. Yes, Lord. It was always, well, until my mama got married. Our mama's great. Y'all, people think I'm crazy, or people might not even understand this, but I had a good relationship with my mama before she died. We were in a decent place. She had some things going on. Y'all know, I mean, I can talk about my mama's story because it's my story, right? It's her story. My mama died from a drug overdose 2 days before my birthday, right? I was getting ready to turn, 27. So 2 days before my birthday, my mama died from a drug overdose. She was addicted to drugs quite a few years of her life. And she stopped for a long time. And so hence, and I say this because it comes back to where my own addiction story came from, right? So my mom and I, we were decent, right, when she was alive. We had our battles, we had our struggles, but we were in a good place before she died, with the exception of the fact that she had gotten back on drugs. And so I tell y'all, I think that me and my mama have, even though we were in a decent place when she died, I have such a better relationship with my mama in the spirituals. I did a lot of healing with my mom since she's been in the spirituals, and a lot of stuff. And so it's a beautiful thing to have that kind of connection with your mom, right? Whether she's living or whether she's gone. Some people may not believe in that, but I know for a fact that healing can happen with people that are in the spirit as well, y'all. So be grateful for your mama. Be grateful if she is still here on this earth. It's your mama and your daddy. Okay, sister, brother, everybody, amen. Because it's a beautiful thing. I would not be who I am without my mom. She was so supportive of me thank you, ma, I love you. Don't start crying later. We don't do it. Child, she'll get emotional. Because mom, you was finna get emotional. My mom was amazing, y'all. She helped me so much when I was in nursing school. She helped me so much when I was in nursing school. She helped me by keeping all of my children up until she died. She kept my son, but he was what, almost one when he died. So she kept my children for me so that I never had to pay daycare, y'all. When I was in high school, when I had my oldest daughter, when I was in nursing school, both times, she kept my children while I worked. Um, Man, so I'm so grateful because daycare was expensive and there's no way I could have been able to afford it. And so we had our, just like all parents do, right? We went through our challenges. And so this just makes me love my mama even more. So hey Jamila's mama Nim. Because mothers are a beautiful thing, and appreciate your mother while she's still here, right? Of course, there are times there's nothing that can make up for wanting the physical interaction from your mama. She's still here, right? She never leaves me. She never leaves my side. Y'all know, numero uno, spirit guides. Don't you start crying, lady. And so it is a beautiful thing, y'all, to have a mama to share things with. I'm so grateful for the relationship that I have with my own children. My children are so amazing, y'all. They are really the reason that I'm continuing to show up every day and just do what the Lord has asked me to do. My children are so amazing, and and my mom is as well. I'm just so grateful, y'all. I'm so grateful for my mama and everything she provided. Dear mama, every time I hear that song, I start crying because that's one of her songs. Anyway, I have a moment for the mamas, a moment for the mamas. Okay, so shout out, hug your mama today, call her today, tell her you love her today. If she's in the spirituals, call her today, tell her you love her today, talk to her today. Okay, she's still listening, I promise you. And she's probably like mine, numero uno spirit guide. Okay, the best person you can have on your team in your spirit in the spirituals. And if you need to do some healing with your mama in the spirituals, do that as well. Y'all know I'm an advocate for that. Whether they're here, whether they're gone, do the healing you need to do. Okay, healing works. Let go of any kind of difficulties or challenges, because I promise you it's a different experience when you don't have your mama here. Okay, so hey, Jamila, Mama Nim. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, every day I say, child, you get on my nerves, but it ain't nothing. I will not Nathaniel. And I was the same way, child. OMG, my mama got on my nerves sometimes. Well, you did, but I love you still. I love you still. So nothing like it, nothing like it. So make sure you show your mama some love today. Shout out to all the mamas in the building. I'll shout out the men as well. Shout out to all the fathers in the building. Okay, we love y'all so very much. I love my dad. I actually spoke with my dad the other day, called to check on him and see how he was doing. So show your parents some love, y'all. Show your parents some love. It's a completely different thing when you don't have your parents anymore. Okay, so show your people, your mom and your dad some love. Okay. Um, Only do it. I'm sorry, we had a moment for the mamas. We did it for the mamas. Well, she know I'm foolish. I do. That's who, y'all, when I go to saying cuss words, I was channeling my inner mama the other day. My mama named Danis, y'all. And so I was channeling my mama inner I was channeling my whole Danis. That wasn't even Danis that came through. That was Diane. That was the Diane part. You know how it's like, you have Latoya, Touche, Germaine. Yeah, it's Danis Diane. So I know which part I'm channeling. What? I know which part of her be showing up. My mom would, and nah, because I told you yesterday. See, that go back to that little thing I was telling y'all. Mama, don't cut up when them people them come around. Don't do it. Well, now they know that you know that I know that y'all done told me. So don't act up when them folks and them come around. Okay, when it's time, she gonna act up, y'all. She is. She begin beside mom. Don't do it. Them folks gonna be like that. Yeah, they gonna be like they rolled up on the wrong spirit names. But don't show Papa. Tell her to stop showing out. Anyway, I'm back because they be showing out. Anyway, we on the book of Numbers. Don't cuss nobody out either. Told you that the other day when you had me saying them cuss words. You was giving the real cuss words that day, but let's do the numbers first. We're gonna do numbers 9 and 10. She began beside herself. Anyway, I'm back. Not yesterday. we skipped most of chapter 7 and did and meant it because ain't nobody reading all that. And then chapter 8 talked about preparation, the Levites being dedicated. So I'm just tell y'all, Monday gonna be lit because we finna find out how, things could be going so good in the presence of the Lord, but then y'all know something gonna happen that's gonna be like, why we just can't do right? Why we just can't do right? So all to do it, y'all like the live, share the love. When you come in the door, drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. Okay, get in the flow of abundance. I tell you, Padre, God is doing some right now on time things. He did that for me just this morning. You can pray for something. Some of y'all are in this season where you gonna pray for something and almost immediately it'll show up. So just saying, we'll talk more about that in a second when we start talking about Egypt. When we get to the message, and I'll give y'all some of the channel messages they gave me this morning. All it do it, let's get to it. Y'all, let me drink some coffee. Oh, uno momento. If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. Don't come in here being no hater about my two shades of spectacles. Okay, y'all know I can't see. I got to be able to see the comments. Oh, I can see them real good with these on, y'all. I need to get some bifocals. I'm going to get them the next time I get some glasses. I just got these glasses in June, and I ain't getting no more glasses yet. So don't be judging me, okay? If you are new, welcome to the community. We are so happy and so grateful that you are here. We are here to do a little Bible clarity. We're going to read the word, discuss the word, and build relationship with the Lord, okay? So don't come over here on this side of the street with no religiosity in your spirituals. Okay, we don't do that over here. All right, so just know, ain't no telling what you're gonna hear over here, child. Now we're gonna keep the cussing word. Y'all got a 5 cussing word limit. Y'all already know that, and I've been doing good. I ain't even been putting no cuss words in my spirituals because I ain't gonna let y'all show out. Nope, ain't. I'm gonna tell Daddy. The second Passover, okay, is where we are today. The second Passover. And then after this, I'm going to the gym, y'all. So make sure y'all get y'all a little exercise in. I had posted a video. I recorded a video yesterday. I was walking on the beach, but I forgot to post it, huh? I'm gonna have to do that. I took me a good little walk on the beach yesterday. It was so refreshing. So make sure y'all get y'all's lives in order. Thank you, honey, Wani. Oh, let's do it. Okay, so once again, we're gonna go through Israel. We're gonna go through Numbers 9 and 10. Then we're gonna hop on with SpiritualiTEA and get some messages from the cards and see what's happening. Okay. Numbers 9, the second Passover. So of course, the first Passover we celebrated when the Israelites left Egypt, right? The Lord Passover. What was Passover? When the Passover lamb, they took the blood of the lamb, they put it on the door to make sure that when the Lord came through and killed all of the firstborn sons in Egypt, because Pharaoh wouldn't let the people them go, okay? So the Lord gave them a way for them to be protected, their firstborn sons to be protected. They took the blood of a lamb, they put it on the door frames. That way, when the Lord came through and killed all the firstborn sons, theirs were protected. Hence, Passover. They were passed over. Okay, so that was a year ago. So that way, and then the very next day was when they actually left Egypt. Okay, so that's where we're at. So we're literally a year later. Okay, we're literally a year later, as we're going into the promised land. Period. The second Passover. A year after Israel's departure from Egypt, the Lord spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai. In the first month of that year, he said, "Tell the Israelites to celebrate the Passover at the prescribed time at twilight on the 14th day of the first month." Side note, the first month in the Hebrew calendar happens around April. So Passover, just as I think it's called Adar. Is it Adar? I think it's called Adar. I'm not sure. All my decrees and regulations, I don't even know why I remember that, concerning this celebration. Hopefully, Lord, please don't repeat them. But so Moses told the people to celebrate the Passover in the wilderness of Sinai as twilight fell on the 14th day of the month. And they celebrated the festival there. Y'all didn't know they had Mardi Gras. Period. Girl, you better come on the live. Child, you know, oh my gosh, how did you know? I done got sidetracked. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Black Diamond Travels. Hello, honey. I done got distracted. Okay, wait a minute. I'm back. Great morning, Veronica. Great morning, Kizzy. Y'all, when y'all come in, y'all, I feel like someone's on my nose. Like the live, share the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. You know something, don't it? Y'all, don't be judging my spectacles. We finna get back. Y'all, you know something, don't it? Child, let me make sure I put this note on here. She knows something. You know something. Child, you might be in my head. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. If you new, welcome. Just roll with the energy, okay? Okay. Just saying. I forgot to put that for the community. Okay, I'm back. All to do it. If you're new, drop something that you're grateful for in the chat that you're grateful for, or drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. If you just came in, like the live, share love. Okay, I'm back. Just as the Lord had commanded Moses, but some of the men had been ceremonially defiled by touching a dead body, so they could not celebrate the Passover that day. They came to Moses and Aaron that day and said, "We have become ceremonially unclean by touching a dead body. But why should we be prevented from presenting the Lord's offering at the proper time with the rest of the Israelites?" So of course you can't be unclean, impure, and give the offering. So that's why they're coming to them. So this is okay. So yeah, okay, now I understand. Moses answered, "Wait here until I have received instructions for you from the Lord." So this was the Lord's reply to Moses. So give the following instructions to the people of Israel. If any of the people now or in future generations are ceremonially unclean at Passover, because of touching a dead body, or if they are on a journey and cannot be present at the ceremony, they may still celebrate the Lord's Passover. They must offer the Passover sacrifice 1 month later at twilight on the 14th day of the second month. So basically, this is Padre God coming in, okay, and he's giving them a way to still celebrate, y'all, to still look at the sun coming up. Come on, Lord. I hope it don't be in the screen too bad. I might have to move y'all, don't it? Okay, we gonna see. So he's giving them a way. They still want to be able to participate in celebrating the Passover. So just because they're unpure at that time, the Lord say, well, just do it a month later. Okay, just do it a month later. So they must eat the Passover lamb at that time with bitter salad greens and bread made without yeast. They must not leave any of the lamb until the next morning. Same rules apply, and they must not break any of its bones. They must follow the normal regulations concerning the Passover. So you still do the same thing. You just gonna put it the next. You just gonna do it a month later. Good morning, Kay. Kay said, "I'm grateful for receiving this word and healing sleep." Yes. Wishing everyone a great day. Listen, ain't we grateful for sleep, child? Healing, restoration. We are so happy and so grateful. And thank you for tapping in. Y'all like the live, share the love. Welcome to a word in the wilderness. Okay, this the like Bible clarity you ain't never even seen before, ain't it? I know it because we is foolish over here. But those who neglect to celebrate the Passover at the regular time, even though they are ceremonially clean and not away on a trip, will be cut off from the community of Israel. So make sure that you do what you're supposed to do and celebrate the Passover. If they fail to present the Lord's offering at the proper time, they will suffer the consequences of their guilt. And if foreigners living among you want to celebrate the Passover to the Lord, they must follow these same decrees and regulations. The same laws apply both to native born Israelites and the foreigners living among you. Okay. So you still got to do Passover. Ain't no exemptions, ain't no exclusions. If you can't do it on the month you're supposed to, do it the next month. And if you can't do it that month, then you do it the month after that. So ain't no excuses. The Lord said what he said, so we got to do what he said, okay? But thank you, Lord Jesus. One time for the one time. They still celebrate Passover. Some of you may still celebrate Passover, but a lot of these rules and regulations we don't do anymore, y'all, because Lord Jesus took care of that for us. Thank you, Senor Jesus. Okay, thank you so much. The fiery cloud. And y'all know this is the Lord. So we see which y'all know I ain't read numbers. So we reading this together. On the day the tabernacle was set up, the cloud covered it. But from evening until morning, the cloud over the tabernacle looked like a pillar of fire. This was the regular pattern at night. The cloud that covered the tabernacle had the appearance of fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from over the sacred tent, the people of Israel would break camp and follow it. And wherever the cloud settled, the people of Israel would set up camp. In this way, they traveled and camped at the Lord's command wherever he told them to go. Pause. Uno momento. Daddy, love you with my whole heart. Can I get you to just come down in a cloud for me? Well, all of us, if we follow in the Lord, can we just get you? I feel like, first of all, I feel like the Israelites name was spoiled, and so was the Hebrew people name, the little Hebrew people. Daddy, we was just saying, we got to follow you and stuff, right? Like we following you, we dedicated, picked up the cross, we is on the way, we on the journey. But we was just asking for you to go ahead and descend. Well, some of y'all may not be on this journey, but if you didn't ever been on a journey with the Lord and he didn't had you a little nomadic like me and moving from place to place, see, you don't always be knowing when the Lord wants you to move. So you got to sit and be still and rest and wait and just listen to your spirituals. But Daddy, do you realize how the little Israelite people them had it so easy? Why? Because you just tell them to get up and the cloud just move. And when you move, I move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like, okay, I'm back. Listen, I was just asking for you to come down like the fiery cloud for me and let me know, like, this the place, this the spot. Okay, it's time to go. I was just saying, I feel like the Israelite little people them, they had it real good. I don't think, excuse me, spirit them, ancestors them, Israelites them. I hope y'all shouldn't have had no reason to be grumbling in the wilderness. And y'all had the whole Lord. Y'all had the whole Lord, right? I had got a little, I'm sorry, y'all. I had got a little, I be, cause we got to do whole different stuff. We got to sit, and sometimes we don't even hear what the Spirit said to the church. And when I'm back, sometimes we miss it. And then we got to sit, or either we wait, we hear something we thought we heard and we ain't hear, then we be going on detour. Anyway, I was just saying, thank you, Lord, in advance for coming down as a fiery cloud at night and for moving me where I need to go. So happy, so grateful. Then they remained in their camp as long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle. See what I'm talking about? If the cloud remained over the tabernacle for a long time, the Israelites stayed and performed their duty to the Lord. Sometimes the cloud would stay over the tabernacle for only a few days, so the people would stay for only a few days as the Lord commanded. Then, at the Lord's command, they would break camp and move on. Sometimes the cloud stayed only overnight and lifted the next morning. But day or night, when the cloud lifted, the people broke camp and moved on. Whether the cloud stayed above the tabernacle for 2 days, a month, or a year, the people of Israel stayed in camp and did not move on. But as soon as it lifted, they broke camp and moved on. So they camped or traveled at the Lord's command, and they did whatever the Lord told them through Moses. Okay, so that was how they knew we stay here, we be here. Okay, now it's time to go. Man, that I bet like the Levites and them, y'all was tired, wasn't it? That's a lot of packing. That say y'all only packed up for y'all might have been on there for a day. Y'all mean y'all got to put the whole tabernacle together, then take it apart. That's a lot of work. I don't know. Thank you, Lord, for the Levites and them, because I don't know. Did y'all get paid? Was Patrick? I mean, I don't know. He was implementing taxes and stuff. Y'all reckon they was making income? I don't know. The silver trumpets, probably so, huh? How y'all? What y'all was bartering with like sheeps and lambs? Hey, what am I So, what y'all was trading in like livestock? No, I'm serious. I mean, y'all had silver and all kind of stuff because y'all had the plunder from the Egyptian people there. Child, by now it ought to be gone, but well, I don't guess, was y'all bartering in like livestock? I'll trade you this one sheep for those 5 geese. Like, I don't know, a gaggle of geese. Anyway, I'm back. I don't know what they was doing, child. I'm grateful I wasn't back there. I'll trade you 2 sheep for 7 goats. Anyway, Israelite math. Now the Lord said to Moses, we're talking about the silver trumpets. Now the Lord said to Moses, make 2 trumpets of hammered silver for calling the community to assemble and for signaling the breaking of camp. When both trumpets are blown, everyone must gather before you at the entrance of the tabernacle. But if only one trumpet is blown, then only the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, must present themselves to you. Oh, I got to read this little. Oh, we're going to read that in a second. When you sound the signal to move on, the tribes camped on the east side of the tabernacle must break camp and move forward. When you sound the signal a second time, the tribes camped on the south will follow. You must sound short blasts as the signal for moving on. But when you call the people to an assembly, blow the trumpets with a different signal. Only the priests, Aaron's descendants, are allowed to blow the trumpets. This is a permanent law for you to be observed from generation to generation. When you arrive in your own land and go to war against your enemies who attack you, sound the alarm with the trumpets. Then the Lord your God will remember you and rescue you from your enemies. Blow the trumpet in times of gladness too, sounding them at your annual festivals and at the beginning of each month. And blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and peace offerings. The trumpets will remind your God of his covenant with you. I am the Lord your God. Okay, so play that funky music. Okay, blow the trumpets. Not blow the whistle. Y'all started saying that's what y'all got from that. Too short, blow the whistle. That's what y'all, I don't even think. I goes on and on. Okay, shout out Too Short. Don't judge me, y'all. That's just the stuff that I be getting when I'm going through the word. Okay, y'all ain't no help. Y'all ain't no help because y'all be right there giving me the foolishness. The Israelites leave Sinai. So, woo, y'all, we is fin to go. We is fin to go. My God. They were camped out for a year. Okay, so the first 10 chapters basically was talking about we are getting ready. We were getting prepared to leave Mount Sinai. So now we're getting ready to go back into the wilderness, okay? But we're going to the promised land. And so we've been to see the Israel, they done packed up. The Lord then gave the instructions. This is how you gonna move. This is how you gonna be when you mobilize. This tribe first, this given order and everything. So we on the move. Let me read this little box real quick before we move into this part. This says the presence of God. Remember, we were talking about the fiery cloud. How do we know that God is with us? Ooh, this finna be good. How do we know that God is with us? The Israelites had a visible sign of God's presence. Come on, Lord. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night. While you probably don't have a pillar of fire in your backyard, there are many ways in which we can see God's presence in our lives. Here are a few: the evidence of God's work in creation, the promises and the clear direction for life found in God's word, the evidence of God at work in the lives of others, and the assurance in your own hearts that God is present. If you don't notice God's presence in these things, you would not have noticed his presence in the pillar of God, of cloud and fire. Okay, so that's what the little box said that was talking about this. The Israelites leave Sinai, okay, in the second year after Israel's departure from Egypt, on the 20th day of the second month. The cloud lifted from the tabernacle of the covenant, so the Israelites set out from the wilderness of Sinai and traveled on from place to place until the cloud stopped in the wilderness of Paran. When the people set out for the first time, following the instructions the Lord had given through Moses, Judah's troops led the way. They marched behind their banner, and their leader was Nahshon, son of Amminadab. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Issachar, led by Nathaniel, son of Zuar, and the troops of the tribe of Zebulun, led by Eliab, son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the Gershonite and Merarite divisions of the Levites came next in the line of march, carrying the tabernacle with them. Reuben's troops went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elizur, son of Shedur. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Simeon, led by Shelumiel, son of Zuri Shaddai, and the troops of the tribe of Gad, led by Eliasaph, son of Duel. My goodness, today. Next came the Kohathite division of the Levites carrying the sacred objects from the tabernacle. Before they arrived at the next camp, the tabernacle would already be set up at its new location. Ephraim's troops went next, marching behind their banner. Their leader was Elishama, son of Ammihud. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Manasseh, led by Gamaliel, son of Pedazur, and the troops of the tribe of Benjamin, led by Abidan, son of Gideoni. Dan's troops went last, marching behind their banner and serving as the rear guard for all the tribal camps. Their leader was Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. They were joined by the troops of the tribe of Asher, led by Pagiel, son of Akran, and the troops of the tribe of Naphtali, led by Ahiri, son of Enan. This was the order in which the Israelites marched division by division. One day, Moses said to his brother-in-law, Hobab, son of Ruel the Midianite, "We are on our way to the place the Lord promised us, for he said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, for the Lord has promised wonderful blessings for Israel." But Hobab replied, "No, I will not go. I must return to my own land and family." "Please don't leave us," Moses pleaded. "You know the places in the wilderness where we should camp. Come, be our guide. If you do well, we'll share with you all the blessings the Lord gives us." They marched for 3 days. Okay, so he recruiting somebody, a Midianite, to go walk with them, to lead them. Okay, come on, guide. They marched for 3 days after leaving the mountain of the Lord, with the ark of the Lord's covenant moving ahead of them to show them where to stop and rest. As they moved on each day, the cloud of the Lord hovered over them. And whenever the ark set out, Moses would shout, "Arise, O Lord, and let your enemies be scattered. Let them flee before you." And when the ark was set down, he would say, "Return, O Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel." The end. All right, y'all. Oh my gosh, Monday's gonna get so good. I'm not gonna read ahead because we can already see what's happening. Oh my gosh. So we on the way to the promised land, y'all. We are on the way. We are en route to the promised land. Okay, so we gonna see what happens. Y'all can probably kind of guess what's gonna happen next, because the Israelites is the Israelites, kind of like us. I had a moment yesterday when I was like, "Whoo, Lord, this is a hard road. This is a hard trip you got me on." And I had to stop, right? I had to stop. I had to pause and just remind myself, like, listen here, okay? Don't get distracted. Don't start feeling like OMG. Because so I had a moment where I had to kind of check myself, check my attitude. Because y'all, first thing, it'll be like you can. So now we finna talk about this morning's message, right? We finna talk about this morning's message. Y'all know it's 2 in 1. It's a 2 in 1. So now we're gonna talk about this morning's message. Y'all like the live, share the love. What is this? Let me see. Okay, I don't know what just happened, child. Some kind of effect. I don't know, y'all. All kind of stuff be happening on the Instagram live because I don't know how to do it. Okay, I'm still trying to turn it off. I don't know, y'all. I'm sparkling over there. We're just gonna stay sparkling. I'm not finna child. I don't have a clue. I don't see y'all. I don't know how to work this stuff over here, so it just be what it is. But let me. Okay, so let's talk about this morning's message, y'all. Like the live, share the love. Okay, and if you do, when you watch this, when you come in the door, say something that you're grateful for. Okay, so let's talk about first things first. This morning's message. So Egypt is a mindset, right? Egypt is a mindset. So as we're reading through the word, we are, and even myself, one of the things the Lord been talking to me about over the past couple of days as he was preparing me for this, he gave me this message a couple of days ago, but he told me to save it for today. As we're in, and I guess it's because of the fact that we're leaving and actually en route to the promised land now. And so he was talking to me about how Egypt, even though it can be a physical place, as we see in the word, and we in Exodus, right? Egypt was a physical place, but y'all, for most of us, yes, it can still be a physical location. But I drew a map of everywhere that I've been in the past, like in the past year, right? I drew a map, and I was kind of, because I told y'all, I feel like I'm literally walking out the word. I feel like I'm literally living what the Israelites are living right now. And at various parts of my journey, I feel I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really am going through my own seasons of the Israelites, right? And so in the last year, I'm just gonna give y'all a brief like rundown of where I've been and how in my mind I created San Diego as my Egypt, right? But the Lord checked me about that in my spirituals the other morning. He checked me and was like, no, Egypt is not a physical location for most of us anymore. Egypt is a mindset. What is why? Is Egypt is bondage, it's slavery, it's not being free, it's not having the things that, not having a free mindset, not having been freed by the Lord, right? So I started in San Diego. So in the course of a year. Good morning, GSBU NIM. Y'all, make sure you drop something in the chat when you come in that you're grateful for. Okay. So it went like this. And it goes a little something like this. Hit it. Okay, look. This is just my own life journey, right? The Lord has had me on, just like the Israelites, He's had me on this journey over the last year. So it started a year ago, March the 6th, 2023. This is when this started. It went San Diego, Dallas, Arkansas, San Diego, Los Angeles, Phoenix, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Los Angeles, San Diego, Los Angeles. Those are all the places that I have been, y'all, in the course of this last year. Okay. So I was like just mapping that out, and I was like, what? And so all of this is driving, by the way. Okay. So I'm driving to all of these places. I was there for, and this is, come on, Lord. This even speaks to what we were just talking about in Numbers, right? Sometimes I tell y'all, I drew this map out. Oh my gosh, what day was this? The Lord had me draw this out on March the 8th. Okay. So again, y'all know I'm a journaler. The Lord gives me a lot of messages. I write down everything. But I didn't understand then why he had me to write out this trek that I've been on. But now it makes sense as we're in Numbers, and it talks about like some places you would stay for a day, some places you would stay for a month, some places you would stay for a year. So personally, there were some places, like the first time I was in Dallas, I was there for a month, and then I was in Arkansas for 2 months, and then I was in Dallas another time for 2 months, and then I was in San Antonio for 10 days. So it was just different amounts of time that I've been on the journey where he would have me in certain places. He put me in Phoenix for a couple of days, right? Then I came, just as we're talking about this, right? And how, and I joke and I'm like, oh Lord, I wish I had a cloud, right? And a pillar of fire. But I don't. So it just took for me to sit and just listen and just notice the signs when the Lord starts telling me, even now, y'all, even since I've been here in Los Angeles, like different places that he's moved me to for a few days, a day, 2 days, a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Like he's had me doing the very same thing, but just not so much traveling across the country, more local. And I tell y'all, I'm like, oh, I'm in a different place today. I've moved around today. The Lord has me somewhere else today. So he's been developing this understanding for me that Egypt is a mindset, y'all. It can be a physical location, yes, but it actually is a mindset for a lot of us, because a lot of us ain't gonna be traveling if that's not what the Lord is calling you to do, right? So if Egypt is a mindset, we have to also know that so is the promised land. The promised land is just as much of a mindset as Egypt is, because if Egypt equates to us being in bondage, slavery, oppressed just like the Israelites were in Egypt, then the promised land has to equal promise. The promised land has to equal prosperity. And so what he said this morning was the promised land is a perception and a mindset just as much as Egypt. By continuing to build relationship with the Lord, talking, learning, we're cultivating the promise, right? Practice the promise every day by listening, talking to the Lord. Practice the promise with prayer. So that's what the Lord gave me this morning right before we came on to the live, like practicing the promise with prayer, praying for like prayer for prosperity, praying for new beginnings, new opportunities to come in. So I received that in my spirituals, you understand? Because I was like, oh man. And when he started telling me and just showing me like why different things, he tells me and instructs me to do different things and be able to give examples. Crazy thing is, y'all, I actually have some of their videos that I have that I don't know when did I start recording them? Was it child, I don't even know, but they should. I'm gonna start posting them on YouTube. That because I was actually categorized and you'll just be able to see growth. I'm gonna be releasing them. I'm gonna have to check my YouTube and see. But y'all, like I've been recording. I was at one point recording videos that showed every step of what I was going through, every place I was like, it was crazy, y'all. So those are gonna start being released this year because I did them almost a year ago. So practice the promise with prayer, y'all. Practice the promise by changing our mindset, our perception. Oh, let's do it. Okay, so let's see what is coming in, what we need to practice, we're prepared for. Hold on, let me take these real quick and put them back. Come on, not the storm warning. Let me put these up, y'all. Y'all like the live, share the love. So that was one of the main messages the Lord was giving me this morning in reference to where we're going, what's coming next. We are moving into the promised land, and it's very easy for us to start feeling like or thinking that it's too hard, and we're not going back to Egypt. Whatever Egypt was, whatever the chain was, the bondage was, the yoke was, whatever he's already released you from, we got to stay released, okay? Good morning, Amanda. Good morning. Today, I am grateful for the magical power in surrender. Come on, surrender. Glory to God. Glory to God. Yes, indeed, y'all. Surrender is a beautiful thing. It is beautiful to follow the Lord's instructions and do what he's asking you to do, even when it don't make sense, y'all. Even when it doesn't make sense. I'm grateful because literally it wasn't until I was just really explaining that to y'all that the Lord gave me my own revelation as we're about what we just read in Numbers and even the days and how, because he had me write out like how long I was at each place and everything on that little map, y'all. Surrendering to service, we're surrendering to service and to doing what the Lord has asked you to do. So it may be crazy. I didn't understand the journey then, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, you don't be understanding why things are the way they are, why the Lord is asking you to do something until he actually puts you into place and puts you into what he wants you to do. So let's do it. Let's get a good message for the weekend. See what's happening, see what's coming up. Let's do it. Let's get to it. So man, I know that felt like a long Bible study, but it was a lot that happened, but it's just starting to make sense. Okay, here we go. Let's see what the word is. What are we talking about today? Come on, community. Okay, community is the first card to come out today. Let's do it. Y'all, I'm gonna try to remember. It ain't gonna be so bad today. Y'all will be able to see it because I don't have the sun facing on it. So this is giving 3 of Cups. Okay, celebrating new communities, new establishments, new networks. We've been getting a lot of collaboration energy. Let me tell y'all this real quick. Some of y'all know this, some of y'all don't. Good morning, dearest one. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Okay, welcome to the community. Okay, make sure you drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. I'm so glad. Listen, come on, Lashik Online Boutique. Lashik, I hope I said that right. Online Boutique. Let me just tell y'all, the Lord is so strategic, and I just love him so very much with my whole heart. Some of y'all might remember this when I was doing the BYOB consults. Bring your own business, okay? Bring your own business. Well, guess what, y'all? It's finally time for it to come back. Why is it time for it to come back? because I'm on Instagram. So if you are on Instagram and you have a business that you would like to shout out, okay, send me an email. Send me an email to 336tarotandOracle@gmail.com. Okay, I'm gonna let you come on here and talk about your own business. I'm not, y'all know last year I was trying to make it all complicated. I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing consults. I'm not, if you want to, if you have a business, send me an email and I will let you. And then I'll be like, okay, well, you can come on such and such day. Little people them chatting, little fella pull right up to me. And then I'm gonna start having people collaborate on Instagram so you can come on and talk about your business. Cause what, can't nobody talk about your business better than you. Okay. So that was one of the things that Padre God dropped into my spirituals just this morning, y'all, is that because y'all know last year I was doing the BYOB consults. OMG, y'all, I cannot make this up. So last year at this, when I was doing the BYOB consults, but I ended up stopping the BYOB consults to focus on the community, y'all, to focus on the community, right? And that's when I did the Facebook group and all that kind of stuff. So I stopped, I put the BYOB consults on the back burner so that I could focus on building the community. Wow. That is so cray-crayness. Great morning, Felicia. I hope I said Fifi Nim. Hey, Fifi Nim. Great morning, dearest one. Fifi said, I'm grateful for life. Wait a minute, y'all, because I touched my. I'm grateful for life. Good morning, Sandy. Good morning, honey, one of y'all. Like the live, share the love. Drop something that you're grateful for in the chat. So, BYOB, you're going to be able to come on Instagram and collab with me, okay, and collaborate with me. So if you have a business, you want to come up and shout out, I'm probably going to start that. I might do it next week. So if you have a business and you want to come rep your business and do a BYOB, bring your own business spotlight, you have to be on Instagram for that. Make sure you give me a follow over there, okay? What else? The Angel of Strength is coming in next. That's so funny. We had Archangel Ariel yesterday that talked about the lion and the lioness, and now the Leo energy lion is coming in. And some of y'all might have Leo energy in your chart. I don't know, but the Angel of Strength, there is strength in community and networks and companionship for some of y'all. What else? This is good. Some of you are strengthening the bonds in your communities and the networks that you're a part of, the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Come on, Lord. Some of y'all feels like you've released anyone. Look, the garden in the gate. It feels like you could have released people who weren't meant to be in the community or be some like you weren't. So maybe you weren't your higher self, all tied up. Released yourself. Telling y'all from people and connections and networks and whoever you was dealing with, child. It's like if you weren't dealing with the right folks, if you weren't in the right